All right, moving on to another ticket here. Ticket is from Dean Kisyov. I hope I said your name correctly. Thank you for submitting the ticket. It says here, issue with my laptop's microphone. Hi, I'm having trouble solving the issue with my microphone on the laptop. Generally is working. It is it is enabled from I'm assuming it's enabled from the settings. The apps has permission to use it, but when I record my screen, I want to record my voice, it does not work. The problem is with any app. When I want to record my presentation with PowerPoint, also no sound. The drivers are fine and up to date. I'm testing the microphone settings. It shows that it's working. Also, the privacy settings are on. The apps are allowed to use the microphone. I have checked the settings of the apps. They are correct. I don't know what else to check. Everything seems fine and in working order, but I want to record the screen or PowerPoint presentation. It just doesn't record my voice. I don't know. Is it the software or hardware issue? I have checked the event viewer. It does not show anything. So the event viewer is not going to show you anything. Your microphone is working. All it is just a specific setting that's within the recording software that you may need to adjust. So if you went to your audio settings, like if you go to audio settings, and sounds like you've done this already, and if you go to sound control panel here, and you make sure that under recording it's listed there and then it's enabled, then that's great. You can go in there and select configure, go to properties, and test the settings, and that sounds like you've done that, which is great. Your issue is most likely with the app. Since I'm going to call it app, I usually like to call it software because that's just what I'm used to, but it's an application. An app is short for that, which is fine. And what I'm trying to open right now is called Streamlabs OBS, which is a screen recording software. And that's what I use for recording my videos. And it works pretty well. You do have to set up certain settings. And once it's updated here, I will show you what I kind of have to do. I haven't opened it up on this computer in a while, so it's taking a minute to download and install. Now, I think you've mentioned, see, here's the thing, to people who are doing tech support, and Dean, this is not personal or anything like that. This is just how, this is an advice for people who are doing tech support, and maybe you are doing tech support as well. But what I'm trying to say is that I know you checked everything, and that's fine, but tech support people, whenever you hear that user tells you, I've checked this and that, you also need to check it. And you have to do it in a polite way. If, for example, in this case, Dean says, I've checked all of it, it's fine. It's not that we don't believe you, and it's not that we can't take your word for it. It's just that it's a proactive thing. It's a proactive thing just in case something was overlooked, because you don't want to waste time on doing troubleshooting steps before doing the basic troubleshoot. So it's like we have to do it. All the people that are doing tech support have to do their troubleshooting steps. All the basic troubleshooting steps, they have to be taken, and it's because it'll waste a lot of time just in case, because it happens sometimes where you miss something. So here is Streamlabs. This is how I set it up. So if I go to scenes here, and I usually create a new scene, right? We're going to call it new scene. I'm just going to leave it here. So here's your new basically template. This is what it looks like. And then this is the scene tab of it. And in the right here, it's asking you for sources. Well, what that means is, what do you want to record, right? And I'm going to set it up in such a way where you can set it up to record your screen as well. So I'm going to click on the add button, and then I'm going to simply select display capture. to me, display capture is the most and the safest way to make sure that everything on the screen is captured. And if you want your mouse pointer to be captured, make sure that's enabled as well. And I'm just going to click Add Source, and I'm going to leave it. You can name it whatever you want. Make sure that Capture Cursor is enabled. Okay, and then you can choose the resolution here. You should leave it at the default, and there we go. Now we are recording the entire screen of it. Mine is set up a little bit different here because the template is set up to record, I think, 1080p, but I can change this. That's not your issue here. What your issue is making sure that audio is getting captured. So we're going to add audio. So we're going to click add another source, and then here we are going to specify audio input. Now, if you want to record what's going on, like on your desktop, like if you're playing a video, make sure you select output as well. Now, if you want to just record your voice, select audio input because you're inputting your voice, right? So make sure your audio input is selected. You can leave it at audio input, or you can just name it microphone. Add source, and here you can select which device. So you have to specify which device is being used, and you make sure you select your microphone. I don't have microphone connected to this computer, but here it is, device, and it's set to default, and that's fine if your audio device inside of sound control panel under recording, and it's set as default just like this. So if you see it here, click set as default and it's going to set it. So if you've done all that and you leave it at default, then it should work. Otherwise, I always like to be specific. You know, you can just select it and make sure it's selected. So if I was to go over there and plug in a headset, it would show up and I would pick that headset microphone. And then you can test it here. This and that. I know you're not using this, but this is how you can do it. And I don't know if you noticed here, but it's been added into the mixer here. That kind of confirms to us that it's been added. It's right here. It says we named it microphone, and here it is. And if I go in, I can change it again and make sure that, you know, it's selected again. So just make sure you do that, okay? These other things that I'm playing around here is something else, but that's how you set up the microphone, and it's set up to you know, record your audio, and you can test it. The great thing about OBS thing that I was just Streamlab OBS is that you can see it move. You can see activity right away. Okay, so I'm going to say hello. This is Irvin with PC support. I have your ticket about microphone issue. Of course, make sure that the microphone is not obstructed. You know what I mean? Not like blocked with something. Highly suggest if you're recording something with your microphone that you use a headset rather than a built-in microphone, by the way. If you use a built-in microphone, they're not good. It's going to pick up ambient sounds. Like let's say your kids are walking by, or your dog is barking, or anything, you know. You can adjust that, and like if it's picking up all kinds of things, you can adjust the gain so it's a little bit less, so it doesn't pick up the audio, background audio, and all that stuff. Please make sure that inside the recording software has your microphone selected as input device. Please watch my video for details. I'm going to leave it open because I need to know. I want to know if there's a follow-up.